Now I have modified my Mead ETX 125 to accept. So I think I will use the max vision with this. It goes better, gives a better result. Looks heavier. This is a Skywatcher short tube 80mm telescope, refractor telescope, and it is better than the Orion version. I'm surprised. Orion has a lot of not only chromatic aberration. Orion, I mean this one. This one. They should be the same, and Orion is actually the premium brand. But it doesn't. It has a chromatic aberration. Beside that, it has a spherical aberration. Surprise, surprise. But this one, which is a Skywatcher, doesn't have any of that. So let's have a look. So that is our famous Coke can. You see it in a lot of my videos, telescope videos. This has been there for years now. And this is a Whitefield cheap eyepiece. Doesn't have even a brand name, but it's one of my best PL 40mm. I got it, I think, for £10 from auction site. So they're really good eyepiece. Probably one of my best. I have other eyepieces. I have Mead. I have name it. I have. This one gets a lot of use because it's such a wide field of view. It makes the telescope really worthwhile. It gives more than 3 degrees, 4 degrees of the field of view. The Orion belt easily fits into this. Easily you can find the target with this eyepiece and this telescope. And for the comparison, we have a Pepsi. So we look through the eyepiece to the Coke. Now we have a Pepsi here to compare. That's not bigger than this. So 80mm is I think is a crucial size that makes a difference between a refractor and a refractor. Orion, I looked with the Orion to the Jupiter 80mm Orion. It was just a blob, messy. You could not see really. Chromatic aberration was really bad. Beside the spherical aberration, which actually ruined the picture. And I looked to Jupiter with this, which is the Mead ETX 90mm, and it was really good. With this one also, I had a very good one. I must say this one was really close to. They both are close. This is the ETX 125. This is ETX 90. Both were very good. This is a hot day. You can see I have now used this camera bracket with my mobile phone, and I'm focusing and looking at the different things in the garden. So I'm bringing to focus different objects. I'm out of focus, now I'm in the focus. Let me turn it toward a little bit toward the different position. As you can see, you can easily see the whole field of view. I hope you can notice that. I can see the whole field of view. Let me just put it here. I think this is easier than the other one that I had. Okay, I have seen some flowers here, which I will try to capture in focus. I can even zoom with my hand, you know, I don't need to zoom with anything else but just my hands and the camera, because it's a practically mobile phone camera. And let me see a little bit higher in the sky. Okay, that's a good shot of a few flowers which are not opened. So I'm trying to focus on them. Let me exit the, reduce the zoom. Okay, I'm now going to the sky just to see if I can focus on any purple fringing. You be the judge. Do you see any purple fringing? I go out of the focus. This is a Skywatcher, by the way, Evo Star or Startravel 80 millimeter. So it practically has a good amount of the aberration. But with this image you can see that there is not much actually purple fringing. When you see a dark object like this branch against the brightness of the sky, you should see the purple fringing at least out of the focus. And I don't see any of that. So this camera does really well. And the mount, of course. I can move the field of view slightly just to see what can I achieve. Let me see, let me try this. Okay, I'm moving now. As you see, I'm moving hovering over the telescope eyepiece. And I can move in this other direction by turning this one. As you can see, I think this camera mount is really good. Works really well with my mobile phone, although the pressing of the camera bracket is actually on the on-off button. But it does well. I'm focusing and I'm going out of focus again. So let me see a few of these flowers. Keep the focus on them. Yeah, those are not opened. I shift the image. Okay, there is at the center a few nice flowers. They have not opened, but I'm using a Dobsonian mount, which is for the Skywatcher Virtuoso. 4-inch one. As you can see, it works really well. When I'm zooming, I can actually have the full frame picture. So I suppose if it was the moon, I could actually zoom as if I was zooming on the craters. Just at the very high focus, high magnification with the camera, digitally magnifying, I can see some tiny red bits, I'm not sure, around the flowers in the lower part of the image. Or if you're looking like that, is probably to the right of the image, around the flowers. But beyond that, when you are in the normal zoom, you don't see that, you don't notice that at all. So this is really good. This is really good. This is what I want. And this is the camera setup. Adapter, the eyepiece. As you can see, that's the flower we were looking at. And this is a telescope, a Skywatcher telescope. all the setting works on this. Brilliant. And this is of course the Skywatcher we chose, so this Newtonian. This Newtonian. This is the stand for this. So, works well. Okay, as you can see, I just loosen up this, and the whole thing comes off the eyepiece. The whole weight is on this ball bearing here, and with the friction it works. Of course, you can use it with any other method. If you have a German cultural mount or anything, the same thing applies here. It just works. And yeah, good overall picture and video capturing system. I like it.